Greetings from the library cavern. I have to remember that. It's a cavern. I am Aspen Dracaena, your friendly neighborhood Ice Dragon Bookwyrm VTuber. And tonight, we are going to work on the Aspen house in House Flipper. So, last time you were here, you probably saw that I purchased the Barbie house. The bright, pink, everything Barbie house. Now, I did spend some time on my own because it was so obnoxious and so pink. I spent some time this past weekend. I went through the house and I sold a lot of the bright pink stuff. And given, pink is not a bad color. I have nothing against the color pink, but a lot of pink can be overwhelming, right? So, I went ahead and I sold most of the stuff in the house. I painted all the walls white so I wasn't too overwhelmed by all the pink. And I actually decorated 2 rooms. I did a streaming room for Panda, his own office, and I made the kitchen. Tonight we're going to continue. I started on my own space. I kind of divided the garage partially so I could have my own office. And I've been kind of struggling with that a little bit. So if you can remember, hi Wit, how you doing? And yeah, I do want to mention that, Panda's feeling a little not his best self today. He and I are both working on getting in shape for the wedding, and when you change your diet, your body has to adjust to being in a calorie deficit. And I think we're both just kind of tired, Yeah. Oh, wait, I'm sure it has been because you've been moving and you've been kind of dealing with some of the stuff we deal with in this game in a way, but also dealing with some of the other stuff going on. So, yeah, just, hang out with me and chill and help me decorate the house. I think that'll be fun. But yeah, I'm glad to see you're here. So, if you remember last time how pink that house was, I'll show you how not pink it is now. So, that's what it used to look like. That is what it used to look like. It does not look like that anymore. So I'll walk you through the house and show you what I did. And then, so this is the house. So I moved to this house as my main starting office point. Because you can do that in this game. You can buy a house and make it your own house. So as you can see, I already changed the color of the house. I put up blue siding and some bricks so we can walk around the outside first. Everything's kind of, it's not super complex. Hey, Digi. So yeah, I had to do a lot of work on the outside. The thing that's kind of unfortunate is I sold the pink furniture that was out on this little deck here, but I can't put more furniture out, so that kind of sucks. That's a little bit of an issue with this game, but I have a feeling House Flipper 2 has changed that. I hope they have. I will have to get House Flipper 2 someday, because I really do like this game a lot. Now, I am debating extending the brick all the way up to the 2nd floor on just the garage. I might not. I might keep it this way. But I like this so much better. I even changed the front door, so now it matches the windows here. And let's go inside. So, this is the house. I unpinked everything. Here's the garage. I painted the walls so it is no longer garishly purple. It was disgustingly purple. Like eyeball wrenching purple. Let's close the door. I saved some of the furniture because I'm not sure if I might want to use it or not. So, you know what? I'm going to move the furniture into the garage for now. Because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all of it. So, let's move this here. Yeah. Digi, that milkshake is incredible looking. Like, a part of me would love to have one of those. And a part of me is also afraid that, considering there's a history of diabetes in my family, that if I have one of those, I will instantly have to go to the doctor. So, you know, I'd be a little concerned. Okay. Oh, thank you, my love. Thank you. So yes, so this is the house. So, I was thinking about Panda when I made the kitchen. Cause he and I both, like, okay, Digi says, my diabetic coach says if my numbers are good and I didn't indulge too much, I could have a treat, and all my numbers were good. Yeah, I think that's the thing. You don't have to refuse yourself everything, but you have to do it within reason, you know? So here's the kitchen that I made, because Panda and I like to bake and Panda likes to cook. So I kind of based this kitchen off the kitchen in Panda's parents' house. So, you know, I got us a nice fridge, a nice oven and stove top, a toaster. There's a coffee machine for Panda and a teapot for me. We made Stalin this winter, so I got a plate with some Stalin on it. And so this is our kitchen. I worked pretty hard on this, and look, there's even some herbs here. And I put up a poster just to make it interesting. So if you recall, previously, this wall had a door going into the bathroom. I moved that door over here. The bathroom has not been worked on. I got rid of most of it, and something I learned... Yeah, that is a big myth. You don't have to give up all sweets. You do. There are medications that you can take, so you can every once in a while indulge. You still want to manage things well, you know. Like, you know, I'm trying to, you know, take care of my diet a little bit better, but I'm still letting myself have sweets. Yeah, a lot of it is really you have to balance things out with a lot of fiber and a lot of protein. Those are really helpful when you're diabetic, but you don't have to give up everything. Just do it within reason. But yeah, if you remember, I think the bathroom was one of the worst rooms in the house because it was bright pink. And I actually tried to break the wall to see if I can build something under here, under the stairs, but this is as far as it let me go. So that might work to our advantage. It might not. I don't know. Okay. Over here, that's there for a reason. We'll take care of that. This is my office so far. So, you know, it's very aspen colored right now. I haven't really done a lot, but I found these cool, like, shelves that go all the way up to the ceiling. And the thing that's a little frustrating is they are cubicles, but it goes right over the door. It fits perfectly over the door. So we'll figure this out. And then if we go upstairs, so the thing that I am most proud of right now is Panda's office. So let me just do this real quick. I'll show you the bedroom. The bedroom's pretty empty. You know, I have some white paint in here. And oh, I'm so glad I have white paint because I need that downstairs. Let me put that downstairs real quick. We'll just do this really quick. So I like starting with like a blank canvas because it makes it easier. Oh, and I put the Persian rug in here because Panda likes Persian rugs. So Let's go upstairs and let's look at what I did for Panda for his room. So this is Panda's office. Red Panda poster right there, a guitar, and some hockey sticks. I did some sound stuff here, so like, you know, if somebody's in the bedroom and they're sleeping, they don't have to hear anything. I didn't completely fill in all the shelves because, you know, it's a house to move into, and there are some things they don't have in this game. They don't have video games, and I know Panda has his video games on the shelf, and the closest I could get was some books that are the same size. So I put those up there. I put some pictures. I put a picture of a cat because Panda's had has had cats. I have two. And I have this picture of somebody in the desert because Panda has gone to Egypt before. And I just put that there because, like, okay, maybe we could pretend that's me and him. It doesn't look like us, but we could pretend that's me and him on vacation. And then I put the football there because he and his dad like to watch football a lot. So let's see. So yeah, so this side, I got this cool lamp. It's kind of like a Japanese style lamp. I thought that would look nice. I have his whole gaming setup. So I tried to give him 3 monitors, but they didn't fit on the shelf or on the desk. So here's his, you know, his lovely equipment here. And I put this bear here. There's a reason for this bear. I'm going to put one downstairs. So Panda and I like Milk Mocha Bear. If you've ever seen their art, you've probably seen it because there's a lot of gifs of Milk and Mocha. So I think sometimes, you know, we kind of switch over. Sometimes I'm more Milk, he's more Mocha. Sometimes he's more Milk, I'm more Mocha. So, but I think I'm more the Milk person and he's more the Mocha person. So I want to get another bear that's brown, just like this one, that says I love you for my office. I put a lot of equipment here, like consoles, a router. Like, Panda is a tech guy, so I wanted to make sure he was fully stocked. So that was important to me, to make sure I made a room that represented him. So he's pretty techy and he has a lot of consoles, so I made sure he had 1, 2, 3 consoles, and here's like a laptop, and, you know, his controllers, his headphones. You know, I tried to make it so it looked good for him. Here's another Persian rug, and then, you know, an anime poster and a couple records, you know, because Panda has a record collection of his own. So I put those up there to decorate. And so, yeah, this is Panda's office. I'm actually really proud of this. I think this turned out exceptionally well. I think if Panda had this room in real life, I think he'd be happy. I think this would be a good office for him. If he had exactly this office in real life, I'm sure he'd be happy. He actually checked it out and we talked about it. So I think he's pretty pleased. So, yeah. I mean, I like it too. I mean, it's awesome. It's a pretty cool room. If anybody needs me to decorate their house for them, you know who to call. I'm pretty good at this stuff. I am quite good at this. Okay. Now, I did save this rug because I actually like it. I may put it downstairs in the bathroom. And it wasn't obnoxious pink. This is more like a mellow. Here, let's put this downstairs, actually. So I'm trying to think in terms of, where'd it go? There it goes. Okay. So I'm trying to think in terms of What would make a nice homey house for us? Maybe what I'll do, I'm still debating what to do about the dragon cavern in here. Wait, let's do this. Let's at least do this. Kids. So I think here, let's do this one. So I have one as well at my desk. There we go. So I have one too. So, yes, the popcorn bucket. Yes, when Panda and I went to see Back to the Future, I thought putting Reese's Pieces in the popcorn bucket would be good. I've heard a lot of people like putting Skittles in popcorn buckets, but that always felt kind of off to me. But I feel like a chocolate candy would go better. Just my thought. And it did. It went really well. So the carbs in movie theater popcorn, it's kind of tricky because even though it might have carbs, it also has a lot of fiber. So that's not actually too bad. If you balance the carbs with fiber, that does make it a little bit easier. Yeah. But something that I discovered just the other day. Here, I'm going to work on a little bit in here for now and just chat a little bit. So, something I, like a YouTube short that I found the other day. Somebody took skyr and took some like Biscoff cookies and just stuck a bunch of Biscoff cookies into skyr and then put it in the fridge overnight. And what it is it's not the same as cheesecake, but it can kind of double up as a cheesecake alternative if you really are craving cheesecake but you don't want to overload on the sugar. You know, you just get sugar-free. The skyr doesn't have sugar in it, and the only sugar in it is from the Biscoff cookies, and it kind of gives you a little bit of a alternate to cheesecake if you're trying to watch the sugar. So, and, you know, get a little more protein. So it's not a bad alternative at all. So let's see. Maybe I'll just work on decorating this room a little bit. That's cute. Okay, now, do these fit? They'll fit on those shelves. They won't fit on those. Now, the tricky thing about these shelves, these cubicle shelves, is that they are, there's not a lot you can fit in them. But I kind of like them because they're almost apothecary-like. And I chose gray because I wanted to give, like, you know, the implication of rock inside of a cavern. So here, let's close the door. I am going to put some interesting organization boxes in here. So they do have, like, some boxes like these that can fit in here. So maybe I'll do a few of these. Because I'm very organized. Panda can tell you that. I like to be tidy. But I also have to deal with things like I have a lot of interests. And I'm very artsy craftsy, so I kind of have to... No, it's not in there. Panda's room is done. You don't have to go in there anymore. We can look at it again, though. We can look later. Tzatziki on your burgers? Yeah. Yeah, tzatziki is nice. I've made tzatziki before, and it's nice because it's yogurt. It's a yogurt cucumber kind of sauce, and it's not horribly. It's not like it's horribly bad for you or anything. So, here, I'm gonna have to move this back a little. Okay. So yeah, Panda and I both like the color blue, which, you know, does put us in a position where, you know, why am I going this way instead of, okay, hang on. All right. Okay, so let's get some more boxes. I'm not sure if I can get anything up there. Okay, and then we'll get some other boxes. We have the black boxes as well. So we can put some of these up here. Okay, let me see if there's other decorations. Yeah, In-N-Out has a very, very good reputation in California, so I know I can't fit the books up there. Is there anything I can do with music? Other? No. And then sports? No. Art. Okay. Let's try, specialized items? Just trying to look for things that I can put on the shelves that aren't just containers. Bathroom. Oh, you know what? I have some thoughts. Wait a moment. Here. I can put some office stuff up, but I'm not going to do that right now because there are decorations. Clocks. Those are more for hanging on the wall. Floor. That's for rugs. Hanging decorations. No. Not mirrors. Pictures. Photos. I can put a few photos in these, I think. They have to be the standing ones, so I can put a cat. Here, I'll put a cat right here. And I can we'll do a butterfly because my grandmother loved butterflies. So let's do butterfly. Okay. And then let's see. We'll put a hydrangea as well. That's a very orange hydrangea. And then let's see if we can find some other items. Oh, we can do some plants. I think what I'd want to do is like do some hanging plants. Yeah, let's do a hanging plant. Okay, we'll hang it. Let's hang it somewhere over here. Let's hang it in front of the window, maybe. If we need to move it, we can. What else can we get? Sculptures. That's the thing I was thinking about. I want to find, or no. There's other things. Standing decorations. So there are some like vases and stuff. Could do a decorative plate. Too big. Too big. Alright. How about... Let's see. How big is that? Alright, so it has green, green, green. Plant is pink. Let's do some pink among the green. And metal is black. Okay, maybe we can do this one somewhere. Because I am a big fan of Disney's Beauty and the Beast. So that'd be cool. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna leave some of these empty because again, kind of like Panda's space. You know, this is before moving in. You know, I just want to make sure it's not completely empty. Because then it looks kind of blah. Okay, let's see. Folding screens, miscellaneous, plates, sculptures. Okay, so Digi says, okay, so you guys know how I review bad movies, right? Well, my curiosity for 3 I haven't seen is peaking and part of me needs to be talked down. Uh-oh. All right, what are they? I'll tell you if I've seen them. I have seen Battlefield Earth, by the way. If you want a bad movie to talk about. Snow White, Minecraft, and War of the Worlds. Which War of the Worlds? The Tom Cruise War of the Worlds? Because I have seen the bad Tom Cruise War of the Worlds. Oh, the recent one from Amazon. I haven't watched the recent one from Amazon. I did somewhat watch the Minecraft movie. It's okay, I guess. And I agree with you. I am curious about Snow White. I don't, you know, I mean, if it's going to be released anywhere, it's going to be released on Disney Plus. And I don't have Disney Plus, so I probably won't. Yeah, Minecraft is what happened if you hired a bunch of YouTubers to write a movie. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's putting down YouTubers. But yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, but I haven't seen... let's see, will this fit in one of those? No. Ugh. It doesn't fit. Let's have a little... Here, we'll put something nice over here. Nice and pretty. Yeah. Yeah, the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds actually wasn't very good. I will tell you that right away. I'm not ashamed to tell you that. That was pretty, Here. Can I do a small one of these and put it in there? No. Can I do a small one of these? No. Can I do a small one of these? Would they fit? Oh, these fit. Okay. So let's put one in here. That's nice. Okay. What about this one? Ooh, this one works too. Okay, we'll put that one here. I feel like I should have, like, you know, something like a bunch of like little potion bottles or something. Let's see if this one fits. No, that one's too big. Okay, so let's just put in some more boxes. Cups, vases. Okay. Accessories. That was an office? No, it was containers. Alright, we do need a waste paper basket. And I literally have this one. The IKEA version of this one. So let's put this here. Let's get my desk together here. So I did put an extra monitor in Panda's room. I'm not going to take that out because it's Panda's room, and Panda is the kind of guy who would probably love to have spare stuff. All right, so I will get the cat earphones. I don't know. I don't know if I like the blue, the light blue. Gray. No, that should be the light blue, and this part should be gray. I think that's good. So let's put that over here. Wouldn't red fit Panda? Yeah, true. I decided not to give him those though, because I didn't want him to, you know, it just felt like it wasn't something that he would wear. Okay, I'm gonna put this to the side. I thought I had... Okay, I need a light switch so I can actually turn on the lights. Let's go back over here. Installations. Other? Light switch? Where's the light switches? Oh dear. Back. I don't know why everything's in caps. I've been pressing the caps button by accident quite a lot. Okay, so we'll put this over here. Here, let me enable the grid. So I'm putting them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that far up. So yeah, now we can turn on the lights. There we go. There are some lights in this room. I should move them over though. Wait. Where'd it go? Here, I'll turn... Oh my god, that's bright. Here, let's look at the lighting options. Lights. Now, here, ceiling lamps. I feel like I want to still keep this pretty simple. I'm not sure if I want the halogen lamps, though. Maybe I'll do that one with a light steel, dark steel. That's better. Lampshade, navy. Okay, so we've got, all right, so we're working with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think if I center it here, that'll work well. And then I can, and there we go. Oh, this is good. I feel like because this room is downstairs, it needs better lighting because it can be dark. Yeah, that is pretty bright light, but dark small rooms need bright lights. Okay. Let's see. And let's look at standing lamps too real quick. Because because I'm thinking here. Okay. Let's get this. Gray wood. Metal can be, let's just do black metal there. Black metal is metal. Okay. There. And then there. All right. So let's get some computer equipment so I can have a gaming setup as well. So let's see. We've got this PC tower. We've got the gaming tower here. Panda has dark blue. I can do light blue. So here we go. I don't know why they automatically give it to you backwards. But here, let's do this. Let's put the PC under the desk. Let's get us some monitors. So those are the monitors I did upstairs. I'm not sure if these monitors are any better. I don't know. I'll just do the same monitors. There we go. So we'll have a monitor here. We'll have a monitor there. Yeah, let's do that. Wait. Okay, let me move the headphones for a second. Okay. Is that why it wouldn't let me? I think so. Okay, so we've got some monitors. Okay, they're not perfectly centered on the desk, but that's fine because I want to be able to put the headphones here. And I want to get my keyboard. So let's get us a keyboard here. Let's do the light blue to match the computer. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. And let's get there we go. A mouse pad. Oh, that's leaning off the side there. Here, let's do this. Let's move headphones over here. Let's move that up a little bit. There, that's better. Because I'm a righty. And let's get me here a gaming mouse. We'll put that there. Actually, we have to turn it around because why do they give me everything backwards? I don't know. Let's turn on the light there. And let's see, what other things do I tend to have on my desk? I wish they had tablets in this game. I'm kind of attached to my tablet. I have not set things up for myself to have like consoles, so I'm gonna leave consoles out of it right now. I do need a microphone because I do have one, so I usually have my mic here. I do have a webcam, so let's see if I can set up my webcam up here. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. My webcam's on a stand, but yeah, so that's here. I'm gonna move that over a little. So that's a pretty decent basic setup for streaming. All right, let's go ahead and decorate some more. So I got Tic Tacs today. They have Dr. Pepper Tic Tacs now. Now, here's the thing with Tic Tacs. The first ingredient is sugar. They tell you that Tic Tac is 0 calories. But there's like 100 servings in here, and sugar has caloric value. So I'm sure the calories are just enough below 1 calorie that they could count it as 0. But my guess, so let's say it's half a calorie. If you ate the whole thing, you'd have 50 calories right there. Just saying. Okay, so we finished all of the electronics here. Okay, let's pay some attention here. Let's do a couple of things. Accessories, office. Let's go back to containers. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, put in some containers as well. Wait, container, will it fit? Oh, there it goes. Let's put a container here. Look, I'm a very organized dragon. Very organized. Okay. I should probably focus on the upper ones first so I can get it out of the way. There we go. Here, let's move this one over. If we can. No, we can't. Okay. Doesn't want me to do anything in those areas. All right, let's do this. Nope, it won't let me do anything there. Okay, oh, weird, okay. Here, let's, okay, hold to pick up. Let's, uh-oh, I can't move. I'm stuck. Uh-oh, okay, hang on. I know how to do this. This has happened to me before. So exit game, save and exit. Oh. Let's reopen the game. Hang on. We'll get it reopened. Confirm. Alright, we may have to redo some stuff. Hang on. Sorry about that. This game gets stuck sometimes. Okay. Ah! Okay, hang on a second. Okay. There we go. Oh, I hope nothing got too messed up. Continue game. Alright, let's hope something's saved. So yeah, I have some Tic Tacs right now. Crud. Okay, let's see. Alright, this might not be bad. Okay. Oh, not bad at all. Okay, let's get this out of the room. Alright. So yeah, I have the Dr. Pepper ones, as I was mentioning. The Dr. Pepper ones, Panda and I noticed they actually taste a little bit like the orange ones. It's kind of weird. Like, they taste like Dr. Pepper, but they also don't. It's very strange. But they're good. They're not bad. It's just that if you really want your Dr. Pepper candy, I think the Jelly Belly Dr. Pepper candies are just a little bit better. That's my opinion. Of course, if you have a different opinion, that's fine. It's just that's where my brain is at. Okay, there we go. Okay, I feel like there's enough in there. You know, let's move this. Yeah. Here, we'll move it there. And, alright, time to put books on these shelves. Let's get these shelves full of books. They need to have so many books, you guys. So many books. It is going to be a land of books. They're not, again, like, they're not bad. They're just vaguely Dr. Pepper-like. Okay, so books. Let's talk books here. Let's put some books on these shelves. Okay, so these books hold up pretty well in these shelves. You know, obviously, I probably don't have, like, you know, multiples of the same book. But, you know, I do want these shelves to look pretty full. Okay. Because we know who I am. It's like Tic Tac had a nightmare about Dr. Pepper. Okay. Lots of books. Oof. Okay. Well, let me put some on the shelves. There. Just because we know who I am. We know. I am the girl with the books. Or the dragon with the books, whichever you prefer. Okay. I'll do some of these. Those are too wide. Okay. Then we'll do some, let's see. We'll do some stacks. Okay, let's put a stack here. We'll do a stack here. A stack here. Okay. One here. Okay. Let's leave it at that for now. I feel like we need to put a few things on these shelves over here as well. So let's go back to our containers. Okay. And this is there's a container. You know, maybe I keep my video games sorted in these containers. You know, they're kind of nifty. They're tidy. Okay, let's get some of the blue-gray ones too. Accessories, containers, the blue-gray ones are there. It's funny they call it a small gray box, but it looks pretty blue to me. Yeah. Okay. Here, let's see. Do I want to put anything on the wall? Let's look back at art. Pictures. All right. Chernobyl Liquidators poster. Nice. I wish they had other actual like formal art, that would be really cool. But they don't. Ah! Hi, thank you so much for the follow. I don't know how long you've been watching, but I'm Panda. I'm sorry. I'm Aspen. I've been talking about Panda, who's in chat right now. Panda's my fiance. I do love book-related or story-related video games, and I'm also a published author. Let's see if I can find anything else here. But welcome. What kind of art would I want on the walls? Okay, maybe a cat poster. Maybe we'll do that. And we'll put it on one of these walls by the window. Here, let's put a cat poster. Doing a mlem, or doing a blep. And, here. Yes. And there is an ad break going on. I'm just going to keep going because I'm going to see if I can put something above the bookshelves. Something that can fit there. Here, let's try. That might be too big. Yeah, okay, let's find something smaller or narrower. Alright. Cherry blossoms? That's still pretty big for the small one. Maybe we can put that out in the living room area or the bedroom, because the cherry blossoms are pretty. Let's see what we can do. Oh, here we go. We've got a bunch of pictures of snow. So let's put some snow pictures up. Because, you know, I'm an ice dragon. I like me some snow. There we go. This is not bad. This is better than I thought it would turn out to be. I was a little worried because of the shape of the room being, you know, triangular, and then having these bookshelves, like, it makes it a little awkward to work with. So let's put a rug on the floor, because even though I'm an ice dragon, I like to keep my toesies warm. So let's do decorations. Let's do floor. I can do a matching rug to match my walls there. But let's look at other options first, because I kind of like, you know, this kind of pattern. I think that pattern's really pretty. But let's see what else there is. There's some plain, simple colored carpets. That's actually kind of nice. Kind of clashes with the walls though. Maybe I should just do a simple colored rug. Or, ooh, hang on a moment. That's kind of nice. Let's do that. There we go. I think I'm pretty done with this room. I think I'm done. Okay. Well, here, we can turn the lights off. Everything's ready. Yeah, this looks like a livable room. I'm good with that. Okay, so let's close this here. Now, oh, you know what I should do? I should put this in this room. Can I put like a little narrow side table in here? Okay, chupa 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 ch. I think we have some side labels. Both Cat Quest games are streaming on PlayStation Plus. Nice! Nice. That the Cat Quest games I definitely have to get back to because I like them so much. I do have all 3 of them. I think there's only 3. But here, let's see. Side table. I think these are going to be more like coffee tables. So there's two things I can do here. I can do a narrower desk, which is just like that other one. Here, I think I did gray wood, gray legs. I think that's what I did. So let me see. Oh, no, that's not quite what I did. I did, gray. I made it all kind of universal. So I'm going to put this under the, and this is a narrower desk. So I'm going to, let's see, I'll put it right under. And we will move our laptop for the game over here. So, you know, at least there's that. And I will maybe... Okay, I need to move this over slightly. There we go. And let's center it because I'm going to be picky that way. All right, there we go. Room is done. Room is done. Goodbye. Okay, so the big rooms we have to deal with are upstairs, the bedroom, and, you know, maybe choose a different color for the hallway and the living room and such. Why did that? Okay, let's go. So here's the bedroom. We've got some, you know, I'm going to move plushies. I'm going to move one of these plushies into my office. I'll move the bunny. There. Okay, there we go. So let's see. We got a few things in here. Now, here's the thing. So we all know my favorite color is blue, but not everything needs to be blue in a house. And I do want to make it pretty cozy. And sometimes if you do too many blue rooms, a house can start to feel kind of cold. So let's look here. Let's look at walls. So we have some options. We have some wallpapers. I do think this is really nice looking. This wallpaper, the diamond cream one. You know, we have some, like, you know, nice, you know, different colored wallpapers here. Some nice, like, not obnoxious stuff. Although all of these are kind of gray leaning. But I also feel kind of like as a bedroom, we probably want to keep it pretty simple. This one is similar to the other one. I'm almost feeling like I need this out in the hallway. So you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this in here. And then I am going to decorate the hallway first. What do you think? I think that actually looks pretty nice because it has like the wainscoting and everything, and it makes the house look kind of, you know, cozy. So yeah, I think this is what I'll do. because I feel like I want the house to feel, you know, not just like dark, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna do this here. Near. Okay, need more. Okay. All right, now this is where it gets a little hard because this corner is hard to get into. But I think it's easier to do it with wallpaper. Let's get a little bit more, because we are going to need more. Okay, so, all right. We've got this. We've got this. We're going to make this house cozy. Okay. And I do think this goes kind of well with the floor and the colors of the doors. I'm like, let's work on the bedroom. Oh, no, wait, I'm decorating the hallway. Although this may mean I need to do this wallpaper downstairs too. But maybe that's not a bad thing. Alright, I'm going to put this down. Okay, so I feel good about this. It's just, it makes it a little brighter. Alright, so a bedroom is a place to sleep. That's the important thing to think about. So a lot of times with bedrooms, unfortunately, one of the most relaxing colors is periwinkle, which is like a bluish purplish. So let's see what the options are, just to see. About violet. Let's look at violet. I don't know, Panda, honey, what do you think about a bedroom that is violet or some form of purple? I don't think green is a good color. Gradient set. One of these might be good, like a really light plum. Maybe a light, yeah, like this ripe plum might actually be nice. Because then it's not completely blue. It has some, so we've got, here, let's see. Yeah, let's look at this ripe plum. I'll get a small one of that. And then I'll also get a small one of the, like a light orchid. We do have a provincial lavender. That might be nice. Or we can go back to that, yeah. We could look at, yeah, let's give it a try here. Let's take a look. So the lavender looks a little more pink, whereas the plum, so there's the plum, and there's the lavender. Already I can tell you right now, the lavender might be too dark because it's a smaller bedroom. So I think, yeah, the lavender is too dark. Yeah, okay. We'll go with the plum. I will sell this one. We'll go with plum. Okay. La-da-dum. We can do an accent wall if we wanted to, which could be nice. I kind of like accent walls. I think they do make things a little more interesting and can actually make a room look bigger sometimes. So, like, what I'm thinking of is here. Let's get this here. I actually really like painting walls. If there's a household thing that well, there's a few household things I like to do in real life. I like painting. I like assembling furniture. I don't mind doing repairs on stuff. I think it's good to, you know, be a little handy. I think it helps. So here's the thing I'm thinking of. Usually I would do an accent wall over here. So what I'll probably do, I'll get all of this space painted up. Okay. There we go. So it's nice because it's not horribly pink. Now let's look back at that gradient set for violet because, so we've got ripe plum there, but we can do like a darker color room, a darker color wall. So maybe what we can do is a dark wall like this. Since this is a plum color too. I don't know, that might be a little too dark. But I kind of like it too. I just like having a room not be completely monochrome, if you know what I mean. But I feel like it does help add something here. So, you know what? I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that because it looks really nice with that plum color, or with the lighter plum color. So let's move these out of the way. And put these out in the hallway. So obviously, Panda and I need a bed to sleep in. And the TV's in here because there was a TV in here at the beginning, and I thought might as well keep it. So let's get ourselves a bed. All right, furniture, bedroom, and then we need beds. So some of these beds are kind of ugly. But I did actually like the bed that we used. Actually, that's not bad. But let's look at the bed that we used before because it looked super cozy. This one I really liked. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Okay, it would need to stay pretty white. And I think... So, thinking about Panda and knowing what he likes, I think he does like wood. And in this room... We could do that. Classic double bed warmy. That actually is not a bad bed either. We could also go for some of these more IKEA looking beds. And there's a double bed teddy. I don't know how I feel about these. It's just, no. No. And there's also options like this. cherry. No, cherry's too much. Rosewood is nice. We actually could probably use that rug in here, actually. I kind of like this because it's kind of simple, but it's not like, no. Don't want gray. Don't want beach. Sapel. Cherry's too bright. Cedar. I think cedar's kind of nice. Let me just take a look at these other beds really quick. I may go back and trust my first instinct. What about this? What if there was a... No, I mean, look, we're sharing a bed. Probably not nice to have it too girly or too masculine either. Just have something comfy. So you know what? Yeah, let's go back. We'll get this one. And we'll do the dark wood, because I think that would look nice with the plum. Okay, so let's see. Let me get the grid going. All right. Let's see. Is that pretty even? Here, let me... Okay. There. All right. We can always adjust it. I'm going to move the TV out for now. The TV is in the way. Okay, so yeah, I think that's pretty even. We'll make the bed. That'll make it easier to tell. So, yeah, I think that's good. All right, now we will get some bedside tables. So we used just the dark wood. Okay, so bedside cabinets. So we could get something like this, but I think actually this is kind of pretty. Black. I don't think we're gonna get the same color wood. We just had dark wood. It just said dark. I think rosewood might be good. So yeah, we'll have some nice bedside tables. You know, something we can both live with. You know, because Panda has his glasses, so he needs to be able to get to his stuff. So he can put on his glasses in the morning. So he deserves to have a nice side table. No, here. Oh, let's turn on the lights in here. Okay, maybe... here. I don't know, maybe that doesn't look right. What color did I use? I used rosewood. It's a little darker than... I mean, I almost feel like I have to use the blackwood or the wenge. Here, let me look back at the bed and see what the options were for that one, because maybe I need to choose a different color wood. It's just a dark light, walnut, sapel, gray wood. All right, maybe we should do a different color. Okay, let's do this. We will sell. We will get... Here, let's do wenge. And then we can get the wenge That might go well in here. Okay. Stay. Stay. Okay. All right. So now we have, all right, bedside cabinets. Let's go back to these. Because I think this is Wenge. Okay. So, here. Let us sell that. I'll sell that. Okay, now I just realized we probably don't want it fully centered because, for a very good reason, we need wall space to put a wardrobe area. So let's do this. Put that over there. We will move the bed over. This way we'll have some space for to put a place for our clothes. All right. Anybody else feeling the deep freeze? Oh yes, we had some snow. We had snow here. Hang on, now that I'm thinking of it, maybe I want this to be where the wardrobe stuff goes. Oh, but there's not much space unless I... Hang on a second. No. Stop it. There. Can I move this? No, I can't move this door over, unfortunately. Okay. No. Alright. Make the bed. Alright, let's think about this. We can actually make a setup. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. Because we both need places for our clothing. Alright, do they have Wenge here? There's Wenge. Do not like gold. Not a gold person. Okay. Let's do not a mirror, no. We need some closed space for sure. So if will we have enough room? Oh, that's kind of wide. Okay. All right. I think I know what I'm doing here. All right. So we're gonna put in our plum bedroom. Okay. We want to have enough space for both of us in here. So let's get another cabinet set here. Alright, so Wenge. I did black, Wenge. Okay. Okay, hang on a second, because I'm immediately seeing I have to do something. I have to... Okay. Okay, hang on a sec. Let's get rid of this here. Alright, and then we'll... Okay. Here, wait. Let's do this. so I can see it better. There. Now, does that look right? This looks like it's forward a little bit. Hang on. Because I took out... Okay, yeah, it is a little forward. Alright. Door, what are you doing? Open, close. Well, that's weird. Here. Why is it sticking out like that? Okay, you know what? Maybe it's sticking out because it doesn't like that space. Okay, let's... Alright, let's sell this one. It's a little weird looking anyway. So let's try... That was the one we used. Maybe we can just do... We'll do another one of these. Wench. Black. Black. Wench. There. Alright, yeah, that's nice. And then we can set up a little entertainment system here on this wall. So we do have some like some of the Noah wardrobe pieces, and I think here let's do something real quick first. Let's see what the options are for the living room, just to see if there's a good TV table. Here, let's do this. TV table. Would this work? That's kind of wide. Shelves. Let's see. It's 45 degrees where you're at, and that's cold enough for you. Yeah, 45 is pretty cold. Yeah, it's been kind of ranging where we are in like the 20s and 30s. Okay, this might be better. So, wench, dark wood, glass. Let's do glass. No, that's too tall. We need something smaller. Simple cabinet white. No, but that won't match the other furniture. And although I know the furniture doesn't have to match perfectly, I kind of like it when the furniture corresponds to the other furniture in the room. Okay, so I'm going to go back here to bedroom. I am going to wench, black, black. I'm going to improvise here. Wenge. Okay. Black. Front glass. Or we can do front wenge. Alright. There we go. So, you know, we've got some good storage in here. And we can put the TV on there. Like that. Now, the reason I am not centering it on the wall is because I'm trying to center it to the bed. So, yeah. I think that'll... I might want to move it over a little bit. Hang on. Let me move the TV briefly. I'm going to move this over just a little bit more. So yeah, so if Panda and I want to watch a movie before going to bed or something, and we just want to be cozy because it's cold out, we can watch a movie. So I made Panda watch Galaxy Quest today, and he loved it. So far I've been pretty good at finding movies that Panda will really enjoy. So I think that's slightly off center. I don't know. All right, we need a TV remote. So let's go back to the electronics. We will get a TV remote. Where are you, remote? Or as the little boy I used to take care of used to say, Timote. TV remote, right there. Perfect. Okay, we'll put the Timote here. We will put, because sometimes you like physical media, so we will put a DVD player. Let me do entertainment because that will make it less scrolly. Okay, where is my DVD player here? That's a console. DVD. We'll put that down here. Oh, it fits perfectly. We will we'll just get a standard little speaker because this is for the bedroom. We don't need surround sound. We just want to keep it simple. Okay, so we have some space in this room for some art. So let's look for some art. Oh, this is for outdoor stuff. Furniture. There is some outdoor furniture. Surfaces. Concrete slab. I don't know, but, you know, maybe we can put one of these out on the deck with a grill. We'll think about that. I'll think about that. But, yeah. Yeah, so Panda's been telling me, you know, Galaxy Quest is a parody, but it also loves Star Trek as well. So while it pokes fun at it, it doesn't poke fun at it in a negative way. Like it's like, you know, when you tease somebody because you love them rather than you tease somebody because you think they're, you know, you don't like them. Digi says, oh yeah, you can tell people loved what they were parroting. My favorite gag is when everybody transported and they freak out, but Tony Shalhoub's character is like, what's the problem? Yeah, I think Tony Shalhoub's character, he's totally a stoner. Like, it's kind of obvious. Like, he has random snacks with him, and he's just kind of a little off, if you get my meaning. But I definitely think he's totally a stoner. Let's look at decorations. So, all right, so wait a moment. So we have this beautiful plum room, and we have a rug that would go well in here. Right here. See, I knew I saved that for a reason. I knew I saved it for a reason. That might look really nice in this room. Look at that. Ah. Look at that. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. If you don't want to pay for Xbox Game Pass, good news, you don't have to. The ads will for you. Oh no. Xbox Game Pass, they're gonna have ads in the middle of the games you stream? Oh, that's invasive. I don't like that. I do not like that. That bothers me. Okay, so let's look for some art. No, we're not getting that sensual one. I'm sorry. But maybe the water lily might be nice. Look at that. Oh, that's kind of pretty. So if I center that there, it's not going to be centered. It's going to be centered in the middle of the wall. It's not going to be centered over the bed. But you know what? I think I'm going to move the bed over a touch. Because you still need space to walk, you know? Alright. Let's find something nice for this wall and something nice for that wall. Let's see. And the nice thing is since we have our own offices, we don't need to put as much in our bedroom. Because right now we have a lot of stuff in our bedroom. But, you know, in real life. But in this game, we can be a little, you know, more minimalist in the bedroom. Excuse me, I just had some water. The posters aren't that great. I like the photos or the paintings best. That's actually kind of pretty. Okay, let's do medium. It's a little big though. Okay. Still don't like the Xbox Game Pass as anything I can't play on Steam or GOG. Uh-oh. The upcoming ad-supported option will target users who already own games digitally through the Xbox Store but do not subscribe to Game Pass. These players will gain the ability to stream their purchased titles via the cloud, sessions supported by advertisements. Recent user reports have surfaced showing premature notifications during game launches on the Surface, such as messages indicating 1 hour of ad-supported playtime per session. These alerts appeared unexpectedly and have fueled speculation, though they are understood to relate specifically to the new tier rather than affecting existing Game Pass plans. Oh, I don't know. It sounds like they're asking for trouble. Oh, that's right. I was thinking of the cherry blossom painting. We could put that here. And then we can put this one over here. There. All right. And then, so, I keep doing that. Okay. So we do have some plants in here. I feel like this is a pretty chill room. I'm gonna leave this as it is. I think this will be a comfy bedroom. I think we'll sleep well in here. You know, there's even a radiator here to keep it warm. And there's a little bear. Oh, let's get some window covering, because if we're gonna sleep, we don't want lights coming into the windows. So curtains and blinds. I actually like the Roman blinds because they're very they cover the windows much better. Stream the purchase tiles via the cloud sounds like a terrible idea. Why would I? Yeah. I don't know. I think a lot of these companies now are trying to make things so that you don't own anything and they can take things away from you whenever they want. And that really sucks. Alright, so now we have this nice bedroom. I think this will be comfortable. You can pull down the blinds so we can get rid of some of the light when we want it to be nice. And oh, we should have some... What am I thinking? We need lamps. And here's the reason we need lamps. Because sometimes you can't get up. Sometimes you forget to turn off the light, and then you get into bed and you're like, oh shit, the lamps. So let's get some lamps. Let's get some simple lamps. There are some simple lamps in here. Let's get some really simple lamps. So I'm thinking this one. Okay. Or, you know, let's go a little fancy. Just a little bit. White, no. Gray. Leg is pink. Pastel rose. Light. Alright. We need lamps. Because sometimes, at the end of the day, you forget. You're too tired to get up and turn the lights off and on. Light switches. You need a new light switch. Let's do one of these. And let's put it... Where's the grid? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do there. All right. So let's turn off the light. This room is done. This room is done. Okay. All right. So upstairs bedrooms are done. All right. So we have a hallway here. We can put some art over here. That could actually be nice. Pictures. Paintings. Could do something over here. That's kind of small. Let's do a bigger one. Let's try to see what... it's still kind of... And I'm still kind of debating this wall here. Because if we do this here, we're going to be doing this downstairs. So let's think about it. Let's think about it. And this is a very modern looking kitchen. So we might not want... Okay, so let's work on the bathroom. All right, so we have the bathroom. We have some white paint. Let me get the white paint going so we can do this. So at least It's all completely good. Okay. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. I will be right back. Okay. All right. I'm back. So, let's work on this bathroom. So, Panda decided he liked the black and white checked flooring, which is, that works. We can work with that. We'll probably change out these lights. So, we've got to work on this bathroom. So, we already have the bathtub possibilities here. Bathroom. Sinks and baths and showers. So, something I'm thinking about. So, I'm a big fan of really deep bathtubs. I don't like those shallow bathtubs where you can't actually get in them very far, and really, like, the only people who can enjoy them are a small child. I don't know. This is it actually looks a little on the deeper side. These two. But it's not going to fit in that space the way I want it to. So I was also thinking about potentially... Yeah, we don't need the ads and shitty AI. we there's too much of that. It's kind of just... I'm over that nonsense, you know? So here's what I'm thinking. You can actually get one of these. Or a mountable bathtub with a comfy backrest. It's actually kind of ugly. I do like these old claw tubs. Claw-footed tubs. I think they look really nice. So let's take a look. Maybe we'll put this in here. And it doesn't want to go. What if I do this? Does it want to go there? It doesn't want to go anywhere. I really don't like how the bathtub setup is in this game. Here, let me just try something here. We'll do, because we've got a black and white bathtub, or bathroom here. Metal, glass, okay. Okay, it wants to be this way. Alright, so we need to move that and install it on the other wall. Bathtub. Wait. And now it's telling me that's the way to do it. I just sold it. And now it's telling me to put it there. Okay. Or we can do a bathtub over here. You know what? Let's do this. We can here. I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna get rid of this. All right. You know what? I'm gonna sell these too because we can get more shelving. Here. Let's wait. We don't need that much shampoo. Okay. I'm gonna move everything over. Okay, let's try. Oh, okay, let's try this. Let's see if this would work. Okay, so we've got black wood, white interior. Okay. Oh, come on. We want it. No, no. Oh my God. Why? I swear this game just wants me to spend money and lose my mind. Okay, so I think I have to unscrew everything too in order for it to work. Okay. Oh, let's go back. Okay. Assemble. 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 Okay, we have a bathtub. Great. Perfect. Alright. I kind of want to move... Okay, I want to move this over here. Or... Can I set this up in the garage? Can I do like a... Here. I probably won't even use most of these. Alright. Let's see. Bathroom installation for assembly. Washer plumbing. I can. Okay. I'm gonna move the washer out into the garage. Yeah, a capitalism sim, essentially. Okay, oh, it won't let me just... See? Yeah, it won't let me just take the washer. I have to actually buy a new one. See? It wants me to spend money. Electronics, I think. Bathroom. We do have some washing machine options. I'm gonna get the smaller washing machine. There. See how they feel about that. That one's less expensive. Assemble. Avengers assemble! Avengers assemble! Oh my gosh, this is very complicated. Okay. 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 All right, so we have a washing machine. And it's in the garage. It's in the garage. All right, I need a Tic Tac. It's stressing me out. Okay. All right. So, what we can put on the wall over here. Other. Okay, and we are in an ad break. I apologize. Let's see. Walls. Walls. No. Bathroom. Bathroom fixtures. Bath and showers. Accessories. Bathroom. They have a thing that you can put up. Okay. So we do have like some towel holders, which may be nice. Here, let's take a look. Primary color. Okay. So we have a black and white bathroom. But we might want a different color on the walls. Here, let's think about the walls. Let's think about the walls. It is a nice, clean, efficient bathroom. So let's look at the wall colors. Okay. I don't want this room to be blue because we've had a lot of blue already. Brown, no, cream. I might want to look at these cream options here. Like the bright peach might be nice. I don't want us to do grayscale. Green. Morning Celadon might be nice. Orange, no. Pink, no. Red, no. Violet, we already know. Yellow. Let's go back. Let's do peach. We don't need a big amount. And it just will make the room a little brighter instead of just being black and white. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that. Let's see. Oh, let me remember. I think it's too... What about the gradient sets? Because the gradient sets do have different colors. Because something like... I don't want anything too tan, because like there's a lot of like, I don't know, we don't want things to be too beige, you know what I mean? What about I may be thinking too hard about this. Maybe this is a good time for a pink. Here, let's see that, because that's a little. I think this might be okay. Because as I said, I'm not against pink. I just don't want to live in a house where it's an obnoxious amount of pink. This might actually work. You know, I think I like this. I think I'm just gonna go with this. Honey, we have a pink bathroom. Yeah, this is not a bad color. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's get some more pink up on the walls. I do think pink is actually a nice bathroom color, because it's a very forgiving color. Like if you're looking yourself in the mirror and there's pink in the background, it can actually be very flattering to the light for a lot of people. Yeah, I think I'm good with this. See, we don't have to have a completely unpink house. It just doesn't need to be like obnoxious pink. It's more like a soft brown, I guess you can say. All right, let's move that out here. All right, I'm vibing with this. Okay, so let's move this first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we have our space here. Let's put, I feel like we need like the sink here. We should put the toilet in over here. Okay, I've seen worse places painted pink. One room in the library answered the question of what life in a bottle of Pepto was like. Yeah, we don't want Pepto. We just want, like, you know, something that, you know, is nice enough. You know, we don't want things to be crazy. Okay, toilet. Let's get a nice toilet here. Bathroom fixtures. I don't like these. I know it matches, but I don't like those. Let's get a classic standard toilet. You can't go wrong with the classics. Oh, we have to assemble. Okay. There we go. Nice, gentle, precise. Let's get ourselves a sink. So I was actually looking at these the other day and I was thinking of doing this. So we have like the black wood, but we have the white sink on top. The handles are let's do this. I think this will look nice. So this we could put over here, but I need to put in the, sorry, I need to put in the assembly for that. Oh, for goodness sake. Can't do anything without the for assembly. Okay, sync. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's pretty centered. Unscrew. All right, let's go back to what I was looking at before, which is this guy. Black wood. All right. Is that pretty centered? All right, assemble. Okay, why did the water not splash out this time? Maybe because it's a brand new thingamajiggy? Okay, so that looks good. Now, we might want some storage in here. So, let's look more at bathroom fixtures. Okay. Alright, so we need furniture, bathroom furniture. That's where we need to be. Okay. So, some of these are really not very pleasant. Let's do the old-fashioned cupboards. We had light. Okay, that's black wood. That does not match. So we need black wood. There we go. Okay, so there might be an issue here, which is if we go this way. Oh, that's okay. It won't be bad. All right, so let's get ourselves a mirror. Or let's do something else here. Just a second. Blackwood. Because we need storage. You know? I admit I have a lot of hair. So I have to have a lot of stuff to do my hair with. Okay? This is not a personal failing. This is just my reality. I have a lot of hair on my head. So let's make some things nice. Actually, let's open the door. Wait, can we open these? We can. Can I put... no. They won't fit in there. Okay. Alright, so I'll put my stuff here. I'll put my hair stuff in this side. Let's put this on the sink. Because, you know, people want to wash their hands. Get all this stuff put away. very nice. So very, 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 what was the term that everybody's using? Very, very demure. Very, you know, all that stuff. Okay, this is the toothpaste, if I recall correctly. So let's put toothpaste here. All right. Let's do... We need a mirror. Because you kind of need a mirror in the bathroom. Bathroom. Okay. So we will need a few things. A few devices, if you will. Alright, so let's get some towels. We'll do these. We'll do black. Okay, let's do small first. We can put those up top. Ah, wait, where are you? Where are you? Okay. Wait, we need to have them like this. Okay. I think I might need our friend the, come on, go inside something. Okay, you know what, here. We can do this. We have a whole collection of towels. Anybody needs a towel, we have them. There, I will close this door. We have plenty of towels. We are clean people, Panda and I. Alright, let's get toothbrushes. Alright, okay, I will need a hairbrush. Let's see. What's most like the hairbrush I already have? I think probably one of these paddle brushes. So... weirdly enough, mine is pink. Don't judge me. That is toothpaste. Okay. So we'll put my hairbrush here. Let's move the toothpaste down to here. We'll put some more. Let's see. Let us do some towel racks. Okay, we will put one over here. Alright, because you need a towel rack somewhat near your bathtub. You know, you can go and grab one. There. Okay. I just feel like we need lots of towels. Call me crazy, but I think towels are good. Let's get, so Panda and I both have our electric toothbrushes. So there's one. I don't care which one it is. We can each have a toothbrush. That's all that matters. There we go. Let's see. We do need a toilet paper holder, and I do think we should have a classy one. I think that's very classic. There we go. Easy peasy. All right. Maybe we should get a radiator back on the wall here. For assembly. Radiator plumbing system. Okay. This house is full blown. Yeah. I think it's looking really nice. I feel really good about this. Heating. Radiator. Space. There. So we have the radiator moved over a little bit more. But we still, you know, you need a bathroom to be warm. You know, it just feels right to have a warm bathroom. Alright, so we're good here. I'm thinking maybe a... accessories. Bathroom. No, I don't want that. Let's go with, do they have blackwood? There we go. We can put one over here by the toilet where we clean it. We already have a soap dispenser. A comb. Let's get a comb. Because, you know, sometimes I have to comb my hair too. And I'll get a pink comb. I'll get a pink comb just to show that I am not biased against pink. There. Like I said, have a dragon supervise your house building. Yep. Yeah, this is the Barbie house, Digi. This is the really ugly Barbie house. Maybe we should have some cups. You know, sometimes it's good to have a cup or two. Come on. We can each have a cup. We can each have a side. If we want. There. Each have a cup. See, I would like to move these somewhere as decoration. And I keep forgetting to get the mirror. I'm sorry. Alright. Mirror. Are they in here? They are not. Back. Back. I think actually those are on walls. No, they aren't. They are in here. Decorations. Mirrors. Okay. I like the old-fashioned ones. So here. Black wood. Dark metal. Well, we have light. Alright, so we're gonna have this over here. Let's see. There we go. We have a mirror. And I was gonna add in more towels. Oh dear. I'm getting so ADHD with this. Oh dear. Okay, let's do accessories. Bathroom. Where's those towels again? Okay. Black space. So let's get some more towels in here. Okay, we have plenty of towels. Nobody is going without towels. Alright, everything looks pretty good. Let me go grab this guy. See if I can put something on that top shelf. Okay. Because I kind of want to put these on top as decoration. Come on, turn around. Turn, 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 turn. Alright, there we go. And then I guess I have to go down and pick it up. Alright. Here, let's turn this first. Okay. Hey, I didn't want to jump. There. No. Wait, where'd it go? It disappeared. I wish there was an undo button in this game. Like, where'd it go? Did it get thrown into the other room? No. I don't know about this game sometimes. Okay. Well, we'll put a candle up there instead. You know, you never know when you might need a candle. Okay. Now, since this is a bathroom, once again, we need a covering for the windows. So let's go to windows, curtains and blinds. I'm gonna do the Roman blinds again because it's easy and it can actually cover the window. Like, okay. Assemble. Okay. Everybody needs privacy in the bathroom, of course. You know, and we respect people's privacy. And just so you know, anybody is welcome to use this bathroom. We are not biased in any way. If you want a bathroom to sit in and feel comfortable in, you can feel comfortable in our bathroom. I don't care who's in it. Just, you know, don't make it messy. All right, so now let's go back to mirrors because I want a standing mirror in here. Because we do have this mirror. We'll go for light. And we'll put it in this corner. All right, and there's where it went. Look, it was on the floor. Okay. Great. All right, let's take that one off. Let's go back in here. No, we have to go down first. And then we can go back up. There. Now it looks nice. Okay. All right, we're gonna move this over here. All right, and then let's see. We will do a bathroom rug. Okay. Decorations floor. So I feel like around. No, a bigger one than that. That. Perfect. Here, let's see. There we go. And it even matches the walls really nicely. Oh, that's so nice. Okay. I like, you know, sometimes you like burning a candle when you're in the bathroom. You know, that's fine when you're taking a shower. Okay. Oh, we were going to do something about the lights. Hang on. Let's take care of these lights because they're ugly. Let's do lights. Ceiling lamps. Let's do... I don't want anything that hangs down too low. Do your lamps hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Let's see. Let's do this one. So frame, color white. There. Alright, turn light off, turn light on. I think that's good. Alright. I think we're done with the bathroom. And it seems like, to me, I'm going to have to work on the living space another night because it is getting late and I don't want to stay up too late. So we'll work on the living room and the upstairs hallway like another day. Not tomorrow, but another day. So I'm gonna do this. Let's save the game, or you know, main menu first. Continue game. Oh gosh, please tell me it's saved. I think that's why it didn't save the last time. Alright, hang on. Yeah, no, it's good. Okay. Alright. Alright, so we'll do exit game, save and exit. Okay. So, I will be putting out a streaming schedule. I will be streaming tomorrow night. Because Panda wants to stay on his regular schedule. I offered, like, do you want to, you know, try streaming tomorrow? And he's like, no, I just want to keep to regular schedule. So, we are going to, we have a schedule that will be posted. There's some new things going on. I will be doing some streams during the day so I can be organized for my job hunt because I have taken a break from that because I was sick. You don't really want to be called in for a job interview when you're sick. So, all right. So I will be posting that later. And let's see who we can raid tonight. Let's find someone who I'm following. Let's see. I've seen a couple people in here who are pretty early. Hang on. Alright, let's do this. Let's raid Cassie, because Cassie is doing art, or Cassie Fox Girls. You may know Cassie Fox Girl as Foxy. So we are going to go raid Foxy, and you can watch some art. So, have a wonderful evening, everybody. Take good care of yourselves, and say hi to Foxy. And have a good night. Okay, hang on. It's gonna raid in... Oh gosh, it's taking its time with the raid. Alright. Alright, oh my gosh, it's taking a long time. So anyway, yeah. So I will be posting my stream schedule momentarily. Once I can get out of here, and then I will be streaming some more, hopefully more regularly this week. So all right, we can do that now. Bye.